This is a 2008 Toyota RAV4. It's a pretty frequent visitor to our shop. Today this car is getting a new starter. You can see where the starter is located. It's right on top of the transmission and pointing toward the block. So we've already removed the battery, which is pretty simple to do. And next we need to remove both battery trays. There's an upper battery tray and a lower battery tray. We're looking at the upper tray. I'm going to remove it and we'll look at the lower tray. The upper battery tray has two bolts right in the middle there, right toward the end there, and it has two bolts down toward the fender, and one of them has a ground wire on it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you put that ground wire back when you take out these two bolts. Okay, so now the upper battery tray is off and we're looking at the lower battery tray, and you can see that this is held on with two bolts on the right side of this frame. We undo the bolts and the second battery tray comes out, and now we have direct access to the starter, and we have one bolt here on this side and the other bolt on the other side, and we should be able to get to it without removing the air box. We'll see. And here's the starter solenoid. Right there is the starter solenoid. We unplug that and let's get to work on getting the starter out. So to get to that bolt on the starter's ear without taking the air box out, I've taken this ratchet with an extension, a 14mm socket, and I've snaked it around under the air box, and I can get it right onto the head of the bolt there and break it loose. The power connection for the starter is under this cap. You move it back and it's a 12mm nut, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So we break that loose. And this nut comes off, and then the connector comes off. There we go. So all that leaves is this 14mm hex bolt, hex head right there. So it takes some serious wiggling to get the starter past this ear on the motor mount bracket, and you can feel free to bend the ear, and then the starter just comes right out. And this is the ear that I'm talking about right here, and it has this fastener on it for the wire harness, and that's kind of in the way. But we just bent it down slightly so that the starter can clear. The new starter is in, and we've rinsed off the top of the transmission. It had some residue from the battery that had dripped down, corrosive stuff, so we rinsed it off with water and sprayed some corrosion block all over everything. Now all we have to do is just bolt the starter back in. It's the reverser removal. Nothing to it, and put the battery trays back on in the battery, and we'll be all done. Thanks for watching.